Alright, no, I'm gonna everyone that I'll be ready to put them back together again. So if you need to contact me if you don't have it working, or if you have your schematics and you want to do it again, I can get more of these, send them out, and do it cheap. I just want to get all the parts in. So, okay.
Do the people you buy these from know that you're
Collecting them?
Yeah. Yeah, people are ordering them in huge quantities and hacking them. So it's one of the biggest things on the forums right now.
Nice.
Certainly can. There you go. So how do we do our LEDs again?
So the short leg is negative.
Well, I mean, did we put it on the board first? Or did we put it in?
Pardon? Were you here for the class?
No. And it's like, I think we're going to have to put it in, screw it on, and like...
I'm just going to solder to it first and then put it through.
You think it was right?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll fit.
Now I got used to using that.
Dingo.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You put it in your box.
Dingo.
Okay, and then you put it
Somewhat
on
sounds
your
like dingo.
Correct, because of the fact you gotta put the washer over the wires to seal into the case.
Alright, I'm with you.
Yep.
Hey, do you have any,
What's it?
I did the batteries
do you have any, used to test the...
Tell me why it doesn't matter which one you
You can do a couple wires?
You take the battery out, it's like you cut a hole in the hose. You take the other battery out, it's like you cut a hole in the hose in a different place. But either way, the place at the end of the hose is not going to get its water.
Oh, thank you. We'll be doing more of these, and then more light, bigger space, less crowded, more, you know.
Oh, okay.
Pressure. This is just a little.
Okay.
I think a lot of people were planning that asked me to take the class, and it was supposed to be capped off at 15, so the next time.
Same color or you want different colors?
So what can yeah, it's a start, and you know, a lot of times certain vendors take like kids to waste and stuff.
It's full of certain
You're like, okay, well, I don't want to $3, $5. Remember which one? Another one, right? As you continue to keep doing it, you get better and better and better at it. Yeah.
Almost there, but almost.
Where's the mic at? Oh, this is this right here. You know what this is? And this is? Check me out. These are almost exactly the same thing, except one's bigger than the other. When you...
Yeah, I'm also finding that bending the saw circuit is relatively difficult.
What happens if you take a bowl of water and blow it off?
And because of the
You get on top of it. What if you could turn those ripples into water movements? If you could take it, what happens if you what happens if you drop a tiny rock? What are ripples?
Special, but then you want to switch it?
No,
What happens if you, but they look like this?
yeah, but even when it's ripped off, it goes right off.
Yeah, so
Mind if I take a picture of you hard at work here?
So are we videoing or are we picturing?
Video.
Video? Yeah, we're going to try to get this solder on here. We'll see.
And back one more. I'm going to be back in 1 second.
That is a 1K resistor.
Yeah, I just want
Okay, okay, that is what that is known as he is R1 and he is R2. One of the easiest ways you can check it is you can.
It's got the bond.
Is this like Velcro down or?
Yeah. They didn't bring
Can I pull it up?
Get red.
Alright, now we need to drill some holes, I think, right? Oh yeah, that's what I just did.
Yeah, that wire-to-wire thing.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Sure, well, what the control is.
PCB wire, it's not as bad.
Oh yeah, I'll need some electrical.
We were looking for wick earlier. I forgot I had it.
You can, and I'll show you. I'm impatient.
No, we don't make
Yeah,
it.
so I'll show you like one of the greatest tools of all circuit breakers on the planet. Your finger. And what you do is you just get a little spit. So we already have some touch resistor. So you can kind of like. As long as it's a battery-powered circuit, you're not going to worry. You won't get a shock. You won't get electrocuted. You can.
Yeah, I built the ventilation system for the other side so we can build the vent seats. Oh, okay. It wasn't hard, it was just a bunch of combo. Oops. And we've got a bunch of, we should put a bunch of stainless steel hood or
I hope it's not what
steel Paul Rothrock donated, so all we should do that.
I mean, that's what no one said.
Get it all set up. Cool. You talked to Alex? Gondar? Yeah, he gets busy. Yeah.
So what are you guys building?
We're building a quad oscillator.
Sorry?
We're building a quad oscillator.
A quad oscillator, okay.
I don't even fully know what it does.
Yeah, don't ask me the full details, but
Is that twice as good as a twin oscillator?
yes, it is.
No.
Yeah. Well, it would have been nice if Wonderland had time, but looking at the site.
What will you be able to do with it?
I think it generates
Parking in that area.
4 different like sound waves that cycle, or something like that.
It's able to oscillate 4 different square size.
I see, okay.
I think my extent of knowledge is it'll make a really cool sound, and
There you
everyone
go.
seems excited that we're making it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like cool sound.
So as such, I'm also excited that I'm making it. To see what it does.
If they're lame sounds, though.
I'm real upset. These are my quad oscillators. I don't know what that means.
Based on the other project, though, I doubt it'll make it.
Yeah, like this. Yeah. This is quite a good time.
Yes, this was the other project. It's fun.
Ah, is that the light sensitive?
Yes, it's the light Thermin. That's fun.
It was fun to watch. There were 3 or 4 kids who left all in a row, holding the things up as they walked outside. That was great.
Great. Yeah, you know, kind of looking to simplify the assembly in the future. A little more streamlined kids. I think if the Lord wanted this to happen.
I find the full lighting out of the item in the instructions. I would be happy to do that. The underside of the box should look like
So Terry, what are you melting to make something else?
I'm not melting. I was using hot metal though.
Well, that's something.
We were using pewter, just a really low grade, low melt.
That was a great mine. Or no, I think it cost him like $1.75. Power supply to it. Just
There's a plug thing right up.
Yeah, well here, power strip right there, or right there.
to get a DC. It's a 9-volt that will plug into it.
If there's anything input, tell them to plug.
Yes,
Yep.
I know where that goes. That goes on a switch.
What is the actual light controller on here?
It's this photocell right here. So what this is doing is absorbing the light, and the more light, less resistance changing.
So blocking that changes the...
Yep, you're creating a different resistance.
Are you going to hook this up to your fuzz?
I think, no, that's not the fuzz, that's the delay.
Oh, the time delay.
Which I bought the kit for. I just really wanted to hear it, so he's like, oh, it sounds really good for the theremin.
Yeah, it really does. It gets super spacey like.
Oh, cool. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to buy one of the delays.
Okay, so now if you want to plug this in, or the and then let's make sure I've got the right things on.
What's your name? What's your name?
Jeff.
Sounds really short wavy.
Yeah, I gotta hold on just a second.
Oh.
I gotta remember which knobs go which way. Alex, you're good at demoing this. Alright, so it's supposed to be turned when you initially start to have it off so it doesn't just start feedbacking so crazy. They're supposed to be turned a certain way, so try it now. If you do just short, alright. So here's
Oh yeah!
So if you do just like quick little...
You can also hear a lot of the speaker from it too. You can stop it.
And this is your delay. This knob right here is going to be your delay time, and the right is the amount of gain and feedback you're putting through it. Oh wow, if I bring this close, it starts to...
Yeah.
So I can put a lot of gain and get a more watery sound. But yeah, I'll let you mess with
Yeah. Nick Turner's Hawkwind would dig this.
Rock on!
This is it.
20. It's on you.
Very cool.
So you've
You
seen
do
Forbidden Planet, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm hearing Forbidden Planet soundtrack.
Did you do requests? Forbidden Planet, The Day the Earth Stood Still, you know,
Right now.
old.
Da-na-na-na. We just have to do the rest.
Uh-huh.
Very cool.
Inagata Davida.
Together. Okay. And you'll get like rhythmic sort of bleeping kind of sound effects and sweeps and whatnot. Okay. And could I like add like mix these sources? You know, they're independent kind of on their own. Yeah. You know, you can process them through the same
Something else.
sort of through the same system. They don't interact with each other per se.
Well, I didn't assume that they would automatically.
You gotta watch with stuff.
in the middle position, yeah, because sometimes it's too high or too low to actually hear the sound. So by turning it right in the middle, and if that doesn't work, I'll be with you in a second, help you debug it.
That will be perfect. I have too much solder there, so that's the problem. Hello!
Well, there's 2 points here, and you had both points connected, and they have to be separated.
Alright, so then we check it.
Is this the first? This is one of many. Mark has been teaching this workshop for a little while. This is his first time here. Alex and
We've got that to the right.
They've been here a couple times. I've been teaching circuit workshops since 1999 up in Chicago.
This is alright.
You might have the same problem. You might have
Oh, cool. I don't.
Oh, they're not supposed to be?
No, there's actually, that resistor was between 2 points.
So should we take it apart and try it again?
That's what I'm doing here, because it was all one big glob across that whole thing. That's not 1 point, there's actually 2 points, which is, you know, difficult.
Like some circuit benders, they just cut a big hole in the back of a transistor radio, and that's it, they're done. They're just like, when they go to play those chords, they just lick their fingers and just jam it in there and just start moving around until it starts freaking out.
Well, where's my switch is on.
What are you saying? Yeah, but he's saying you gotta make sure that they're not connected.
So we're gonna have to take away the solder.
Yes. And also a great way of knowing.
Solder conductor.
Is your switch off?
You know the other thing.
Yeah, the solder does conduct it.
Oh, that was it.
So let's just try soldering this again.
Let's have him check it since we've got it apart now, okay?
Do you wanna like remove this? Do you wanna wipe that off on the sponge?
Oh, is that what that's for? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yep.
Right, yeah, one of them is they might give you a flat side. If they don't, you can look inside.
So now I've got it on there.
Let's just solder this. Here, wait a moment.
It was too short to use the toilet. The toilet.
That's why I'm touching.
I think like when you flush the toilet, all the water goes into the ground.
There, try that.
Oh, I'm learning all sorts of
So
things.
yeah, like, from now on, for the rest of your life, you'll always go to toilet, which is the negative, the ground, and
Sweetie, I want him to check it before we do that, okay? You don't want to wait.
the other thing you do is
Alright.
test it.
I guess we're going to let you take it apart. Your fingers are far too close.
Oh, no, you would never.
Now, do you know which goes to which?
Let's
do one at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Can we at least do that one at a time? Alright.
Spectacular in a very tiny way. Are you serious? It went off. Oh, yeah. Oh, that reminds me of really bright. Yeah, it's like spectacular for a moment.
Alright, hold him on.
And the other thing too is, John? Also, depending on how you set the clock speed, it'll also alter how, like if you're to take the clock and like go like this, while you're just going, no.
What?
You play it back, it'll go,
Yeah. He doesn't have it here.
My arm down.
He mentions it. I just look at
so you can
the
alter the
prototype
playback
of this
speed.
and see how it's
And also you can alter the recording speed.
the one with the black stripe on it goes to the terminal that you're not using.
My kingdom for a way.
Yes.
Hello.
What were you going to do with it?
I think that's it for the grandpa box.
Oops.
All right. Should I say where I'm from and all that stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Who are you? Where are you from?
All right, my name's my name's Patrick McCarthy. I'm from Chicago. I'm half of a group called Roth Mobot, and I'm a circuit bender. And I like to teach people how to take apart common discarded technology, usually children's toys, and rewire them using the pre-existing technology in the toy to create something unusual or creative or usually a musical instrument. What's awesome about circuit bending is you don't have to know anything about electronics to be a circuit bender. It's incredibly easy to do. It's incredibly cheap to do. A lot of the devices that circuit benders build, their materials come out of the garbage or we get them from thrift stores. It's incredibly fun to do, and also like the music that comes out of it is like very interesting and very experimental and takes you from the concept of like composing music to like discovering music and exploring sound. It's a green hobby, and there's a vast growing circuit bending community all over the planet. If you just Google Google it, you'll find millions of websites, or you can just visit my website at www.rothmobot.com.
Okay, and what brings you here today? Where are you? And why are you here?
Well, I came here today. I was actually invited here as a guest of Get Lo-Fi and of Mark Hoffman. And Get Lo-Fi is here with Alex Diba, Nick Heimer, and John Dinger. And they're running multiple workshops today. There's a voice recorder workshop that's going on behind us right here. And there's a optical theremin workshop that's working off of 2 transistors. Very cool. And there's a little build your own amplifier workshop, and there's also a build your own digital delay pedal workshop going on here at the what is this place again?
Idea Foundry.
The Idea Foundry. Because I'm confused because it's also being worked with via the Fuse Factory. So there's kind of there's a big partnership going on here. Like a whole bunch of groups are coming together to make this event happen today.
Great. And so how has the experience been? How long have you been here, and how have you felt about it?
Oh, it's been awesome. We actually had an overwhelming response. We the number of walk-ins far outnumbered the number of people that signed up for the event, and so we had to scramble for tables and extension cords and extra lighting. But we made it. You know, that's what a circuit vendor does. We adapt. You know, so yeah. And then we have a lot of kids, a lot of children today. It was really good. Yeah.
So what's the future? Do you will you be doing more of these back in Columbus sometime soon? Or?
Oh yeah, you know we'd like to travel around the Midwest doing circuit bending workshops at various maker spaces such as this, and also I'm involved in education outreach programs in Chicago. So I go into public schools and trying to get people to understand that this kind of work is. Not only is it fun, but it's creative, but it's important for science and technology and engineering. The exposure to those kind of that sort of processes and scientific method and problem solving, and a little bit of skills, a little hand-eye coordination with the soldering and stuff, and it's a sort of a fun way of sneaking some learning in. So we'll definitely be doing workshops all over the Midwest and all over the country. And there's people doing workshops like this everywhere. If you Google circuit bending workshop, you can probably find one in your nearby to where you're living, no matter where you are on the planet.
Okay, terrific.
Thank you.
Super. Thank you. So, if we could first, if you just give me an ID, your name and your association and why you're here today.
Mark Hoffman. AKA Space Gun Money. I'm here to perform tonight and teach a workshop prior to that. What we're doing in this workshop is a very simple bend. We're actually removing a resistor and replacing it with a potentiometer to change the clock speed. So when you turn the potentiometer, the voice or whatever you've recorded, it will either go up in pitch or down in pitch. So it's a very simple circuit bend. One of the first ones that anyone should know is how to change the clock speed of any child's toy.
Okay. How long have you been doing this?
My first time I bent something was 1972.
That was before wire. Right?
It's quite a while ago. So I've been doing it for a real long time. And my first time I did something, it was just globs of solder and a big mess. But I finally got something to work by swapping components, resistors, transistors, and capacitors out. And wow, then I got really excited about, I actually did something.
And so you teach on a regular basis?
No, not a regular basis. This is the first summer I'm actually going to be giving more workshops. I've usually been just bending toys for myself, and really haven't,
Yeah, mine does the same thing.
Can we cut now? Because I got to.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry, I got to go.